Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sminkel. My name is Chris and I will be your miner this evening. We are back in Gold Rush the game. I thought I was going to get a proper day's worth of mining in, and we are completely snowed in. I don't have water, I can't mine, everything is absolutely frozen over. And yeah, I suppose spring can be pretty rough here. Looks like this actually just started defrosting. Awesome. Which means I could now start mining again. It's an absolute nightmare when everything starts to freeze. What I also did, I went and bought some buckets so that I actually now have something to work with. I also bought a fuel bowser. Use this one, so I can refuel the excavator, which is awesome. And then I wanted to get some technological advancements, and I bought myself an electric water pump, and I am severely disappointed. So this little pump here, you see it finally got water again and just started to unfreeze. This little pump here can be 160 feet away from the water source and provides water for 328 feet of piping. The electric water pump also provides for 328 feet of piping, but it can only be 100 feet away from the water. So at this stage I don't need massive amounts of pressure, and it's honestly more important for me to get everything going. And I don't think the electric water pump would have made it with the length of pipe that I would have needed to put that in. So I'm slightly disappointed, but you know, it is what it is. So let's get that going, which means we have water down here. Awesome. And let's get this going. So let's turn it on. Awesome. So while I was waiting, I folded up a little bit just to get something through and something done. You're not sitting around doing absolutely nothing. So, you know, let's go. Let's mine. Let's get rich. Well, trying to get rich anyway. So since the water back's on, water is back. Jeez, words, people. Since the water's back on, I can now finally start mining. So I'm gonna get myself a couple of buckets full, see how much we can get out, and see how much we can get. So I think the next thing I want to do, obviously, is move on to the bigger wash plants and those kind of things. But the problem with that is you need more heavy equipment on the lot, and that means you're gonna have to expand the lot, quote unquote expand, get permission to move more equipment here, and just to get a second piece of heavy equipment is 50,000, and I think everyone after that just becomes more expensive. So I might consider selling this excavator and just getting the large excavator for now, so that each scoop fills this wash plant. I think it's going to be, instead of 25% like it is now, it's going to be 40%, which should make mining quite a lot faster before I start going over to to the fancy wash plant. But also I think you're going to need a generator, one of those big generators that's in the containers. I'm gonna have to check the manual for that one. I think moving up to the next tier is going to be massively expensive, but you know, let's see how far we can get with this. And obviously we want to get as much mining as we can in this season. I'm gonna only be mining for, I think, 2 days. I'm already up to the normal wash point, so that's cool at least. So if we take another, I don't know, let's say the 8 days that it takes to get to summer, to get set up on the big wash plant, I think that should be okay. That'll give us a couple of days in summer to still mine. So it should be okay. The problem is once it gets cold again, everything's going to start freezing and you won't be able to do a lot. Because once the river's frozen, you don't have water, and if you don't have water, you can't do flipping anything. And so anyway, I'm going to continue mining, doing my thing, filling up buckets, one scoop at a time, and I'll bring you guys back when there's something more to report. Cool, see you now. Okay, another update. So I finished 2 full buckets to be cleaned out, and that pump over there will have to be refilled after every 2 buckets. This thing can last maybe 3 buckets. That thing needs to be refilled after 2 buckets. So apart from the fact that it takes more than an hour to actually fill one up, the fuel usage is insane. So it actually consumes a lot of resources just to get mining going. And in reality, that's kind of how it works. But sheesh, it uses resources. Yeah, this thing could easily run out after, before even the second bucket is done. Anyway, let's fill this up again quickly. Easy, at least we have this thing. Then we have to go fill up the excavator. So I put this back in the back, and let's take this quickly to go fill up the excavator. Thank you, Devlock. So I've had to move the excavator twice already back, because the hole we're starting, the hole we're digging here is getting larger and larger, and obviously it can only go that deep. It doesn't have a very long boom. I really want to invest in the large excavator. Apart from the fact that it's got a bigger bucket, it's got a longer reach as well, so you'd be able to get a lot deeper than this, and we're still far away from the bedrock. Because moving that thing still it's a mission. I have to unplug everything and then replug it. But it is mobile, so And the thing is, if we want to upgrade to the wash plant that goes over there, that's a lot of bucks, because there's a lot of stuff that you need to buy and set up, and there's a lot to do. Anyway, everything's been refueled, and we can get back to work. At least it's warming up. It's nice and sunny and 9.5 degrees. Lovely. Practically summer, man. So I'm gonna get mining some more. See how many buckets I can get ready by the end of the day, around, I don't know, 6ish, 7ish, before it really starts getting dark, and then we can clean those buckets out, and I'll bring you guys back for that. Awesome. So this one bucket just took me more than 3 hours to get filled up, but we finally filled it up. The thing is, it's 6:45. It's gonna get dark soon, and I know we can get like the floodlights and rest every night, but I think it's necessary for everyone to also rest. You can't work the whole time. You're supposed to. You have a limited time to work, but hey, we're all human. So let's get this cleaned out quickly. While there's still water and everything running. We're on 38 ounces, so let's get this started. Right, let's clean them out. And also I want to get some magnetite, so let's see how much we can get. Ah, 1% unlock. So there was 87,000 ounces of magnetite. That's not bad. So that okay. That one's gonna finish first. Not a bad haul. So that's 6 ounces. Another 97 ounces of magnetite. We're not doing bad, eh? We're really not doing bad at all. I think I'm in really rich ground there. Lost one. So we have 7 ounces of gold, 90 ounces of magnetite. I am doing well. It's over 6 ounces per bucket. That's not bad, that's not bad. Okay, what about it? Come on. So 7%. What? No, that was weird. So we ended on 58.4. That is 0.4 ounces less than 20 ounces for the 3 bucket. That's an exceptionally good clean out. That really is a good clean out. I'm very happy with that. I'm going to need to fill up all the gas again. But that's awesome. To get the excavator, the large excavator, we will be needing, I think, at least 100 ounces. I think that's definitely going to be my next purchase for this lot. Sell the small excavator, buy the large excavator. Like I said, at least 100 ounces, because that's 110 or something odd thousand pounds, or dollars. Sorry, dollars. And thanks, refill. Shoot, half the time we need to fill the bucket. The problem is that we're running out of space here, so I think for tomorrow's work, we're gonna have to move this back to about here, and we're gonna have to move the excavator back again. I need to get a bulldozer in here as well, just to flatten this ground out, so we can dig some more. There is a lot to do. There really is a lot to do, and not a lot of time to do it in. So let's get moving. This back. We have to decouple this. Let's roll this out of the way. I suppose it's not that much effort to move this. Just need to get the pick up. Okay. So I think I'm gonna move it back without hopefully hitting anything. Ah! Don't fall into that. Don't fall into the grass. Slightly too close for comfort, in my opinion. That's a drop off and a half right there. So let's get this moved over here. I think it's not an ideal working angle, but it should do. This is a game after all. Yeah, I think that'll do. What I'm gonna do quickly is let's get this shut off. I'm gonna see if I can throw a load in there and just see how to act. So this thing needs to move back, like so. Like so. Okay, and then we see if this works. A little bit close, maybe. That isn't gonna work. We have to do this. Move the excavator to the other way with it. This should do it. Yeah, it's gonna work. That's gonna work. So that is going to be our setup for now. Let's get it away. There really is absolutely no grip on the surface. That's gonna look on. Lovely. Okay. So take the buckets back. It's gonna be one at a time. I really wish they would make a system where you can, you know, carry more than one bucket at a time, because it's slightly ridiculous. Plug that in, and the hose. Goes in there. Okay. Lovely. I think we should be set up for tomorrow. Maybe gonna run a little bit of dirt tonight. Let's see how it goes. Maybe just fill one more bucket before it really gets dark. I should probably be finished before 1 o'clock or something. Great. So we've got power, we've got everything. Oh, it's working. Let's fill her up. This view. Okay, and let's go. It's gonna work just fine. Just have to be careful that I don't throw it off on the other side. But I think it should be alright. It's just gonna make maneuvering the wash plant later a bit of a pain. That should be alright. See, if the pay dirt's nice and close, it actually is easy to fill up, but you know, when you have to go like wide circles to get to the pay dirt, like if I have to go there every single time, it takes a lot longer. And every scoop is about 1.5% that the bucket is filled. So it takes quite a couple of scoops. And that's if it is full scoops every single time. We're looking at least 60 scoops. 60. I suppose in the bigger scheme of things, you know, 60 scoops isn't a lot, but if you could get that down to 30. Like I said, with a bigger excavator, that's going to make a lot of difference. It literally run twice the amount of dirt in the same amount of time. You see, like this scoop isn't completely full. That's why working at night is difficult. You can't really always see where you're scooping and how much you're scooping. I don't like working at night. To run the floodlights, I need another generator. I need to go buy the floodlights. Going back to town. When I got the 100 ounces, when I have the 100 ounces rather, and I go back to town, I might consider getting a floodlights and another generator, depending how much money I'll have left after getting the excavator. So that's something I might consider. But for now, this will have to do. I think I'm gonna say this is not ideal a lot in this series, but I also think that's the point of this game. You kind of have to make do with what you have. It's never ideal. There's always issues. There's not anything you can do about that. It is what it is. If you want to make gold, you gotta put in the time, the effort, the money. I think there's very few people who can actually do this in real life. I think it takes a lot. It takes a special part of this. The perseverance, the amount of blood, sweat and tears you have to put in. You know, you're not always going to get a lot out of it. I mean, I watch the show on Discovery quite a lot, and you know, you have to feel for the guys when they're not in, you know, when they're struggling. Not a lot you can do, not a lot they can do. Let's move this out a little bit. Get those ones out. You need quite a reach to get into that hole. So we've been busy for about an hour and it's only 37% full. So it does take quite some time. Come on. And then that happens. There we go. You can't always get the scoop. Working this excavator is, I think in real life this would be a really tricky job. And there's also nothing to say that this ground I'm mining now, I'm again going to get 6 ounces per bucket. No guarantees. Another piece of machine I have to consider getting is the drill machine, to actually check what the potential gold is in each section of this. But you have to run that alongside the bulldozer. And then you move the other better. The grunt that you're not really going to mine, that doesn't have a lot of gold in it, that you're not going to waste your time on. Just dirt you're throwing away. Oh, my first nugget for this, 3.9 ounces. So the nuggets are actually saving me this. For the previous 3 buckets, I got, sheesh, now I need to remember, about 20 ounces, I think 30 ounces, almost 30 ounces worth of nuggets. No, that's not realistic, but it does make the game go a little bit faster. Otherwise you're going to set your mining for eons before you get anywhere. But even that differs from place to place. Like, I'm already halfway done with this bucket and I only got one nugget. And I have to say, further that way I got more nuggets than coming this way, so I think maybe I should move the wash plant to that side and then start working that way. So that might be the smart thing to do here. But we'll see. For now I'm gonna stick here. I'm gonna work this ledge down so that I can get a bulldozer or something in there to flatten it out. And then possibly, I don't know, maybe thinking about getting the bucket loader instead of using an excavator. I don't know, I'll have to do some research. Yeah, we're already on half a tank. This thing's not even full yet. Fuel cost is insane. Temperature's dropping. I really hope we don't freeze out again tonight. That'll suck.